Hi everybody, Meredith here. I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is going to be my monthly favorites for the month of August. I had to think about that for a second. Time is flying by and I'm excited to get into fall because who doesn't love fall? Honestly, who doesn't love fall? Crazy people. I love fall. So excited for cooler weather and all that good stuff. So let's jump on into my favorite things I was loving and enjoying. The first thing is, so my friend and I got together finally for lunch. We love to see each other. Just life gets crazy and you don't get to meet up as much, especially with COVID and everything. That took off some time. But she gave me my birthday gift and she took me out to lunch as well, and she gave me my birthday gift, and it's the sweetest. And she gave me a bunch of craft supplies, as you know, behind me in my videos too. I love crafts. And so really thoughtful, and she's been collecting them over some time and then gave them to me. And one thing is super sentimental. And she said a really sweet thing about our families being so close. It's like we're, like family, and obviously it's like we're like family. And she gave me a jar of buttons. She said every craft room should have a jar of buttons, and she didn't know if I had one, and I don't have one. I have buttons that are like for clothes that I purchased, and I always keep the button, but I never put them in like a craft jar to have. And so she thought my craft room needs a jar of buttons. And what makes this extra special, these aren't just any buttons. These are buttons that are from her grandmother, her mother, ones she's collected over the years. She just kind of grabbed from her button collection and gave them to me. Like, how sweet is that? So it totally made my day, and it's definitely you'll see it in videos back here with my other jars. But yeah, my jar of buttons from my dear friend Melody. Super, super sweet. Okay, so the next thing is I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. Always have been, always will be. I love Seinfeld. And I love Lego. So Lego Seinfeld came out. They had a Friends one too, and I like Friends, but not to the level that I love Seinfeld. So I never bought the Friends one. Never say never. That doesn't mean I never will, but I had to get the Seinfeld one, and I built it, and I'm loving it. So here it is. You can probably just see it online. And my favorite part is I thought it was just gonna have like the four main characters, but it even came with Newman. And then you get a little side stage, like in the beginning of the show, with Jerry doing his comedy set. Oh my gosh. And if you watch Seinfeld, A, you probably know this apartment really, really well. And B, you like get all the little details that they put in and like scenes from the show that you know. Even back here, it's gonna be hard to show, but like even back here, they have the hallway. So like you can go through and then see Kramer's apartment. And yes, so super, super into this. Like this big thing right here that George is holding is a fishing pole. And then the bread, what was the bread called? Leave it in the comments down below. I can't remember starts with a B, but it's like the bread that he's trying to get up to the apartment for the party that Jerry's trying to get, and he got it. So super funny, and I just love it. I mean, every little detail has been thought out and was so fun to build because you're building it. You're like, what am I building? I'm like, oh, that's what I'm building. That's hilarious. So yes, if you love Seinfeld and like to build Legos, I highly recommend it. Super, super cute. Okay, so the next thing that has been one of my favorites has been the TV show Behind the Attraction on Disney Plus. If you haven't watched it and you like Disney stuff, I think you'd really like it. Or even if you like history, I think you'd really like it. I love history Disney. I mean, come on. I love all that stuff. So I loved it. It's called Behind the Attraction, and it basically talks you through each episode's about a different attraction to Disneyland and how they came up with the concept, what, problems they encountered, the Imagineers behind it. It's just so good. They do it in more of a comedy way. Like there's some comedy pushed in there. And I don't mind that. I've heard some people not liking that very much. I don't mind it. As long as I'm getting the history behind the stuff, I don't care. Any of them any of them I've watched. Like I don't even like Star Tours, and I like Star Tours, but it's not my favorite. And I totally watched that whole episode and loved it. So it doesn't even matter what it's on, as long as it's Disney, history, love it. So I highly recommend. And then the next thing is I got a Wishable. And of course I got a Wishable. If I'm not getting a Noemo, I'm getting a Wishable. So here's the Wishable. and it's the tiki room, and you can get any of these ones. And then there's another bird I saw that's green that you can get as well. And I was hoping, originally when I bought it, I was hoping for the Aloha float. It's like the Dole Whip. But when I saw like people opening these, I didn't like it. It just didn't look that great. So I didn't want this. As soon as I got it, I was like, I really don't want the Dole Whip. I kind of really wanted a bird. So anyways, I opened it because I have no patience. And I got a bird. I got Pierre. So this is Pierre, and I think they did such a good job on him. Embroidery and all that. And I just think it's such a nice plush. It's $9.99. I keep them all together on a shelf in my Disney room. And it just makes me smile. And yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with these in the future. But right now, really enjoying them. And they're fun to buy. So whatever, a little bit of happiness here and there. Why not? Why not? So that is, okay, so the next one is my favorite movie. So I went with a bunch of friends and I went and saw Jungle Cruise in the theaters. And I had a great time, mostly because I haven't been hardly in the movie theater since everything's been happening with COVID. So, because everything was closed, and then there hasn't really been that many things that I've wanted to see that have been out. And it's not cheap going out to a movie. I mean, and because I like to go, we have a place where you get to eat there too. And that's how I like to do my movies. So it gets more expensive. So we went and saw Jungle Cruise. I really liked the movie. I think Cruella's better than Jungle Cruise. It's more my street because I like fashion and all that, and England and everything like that. But Jungle Cruise was very cool. I had very low expectations because Disney's live actions aren't always the greatest lately, like when they try and recreate movies at least. And then I just, low expectations. I'm not a huge fan of The Rock, but everything, I don't know why I say that, because everything he's in, like, I end up liking. It's not like I don't like it, so I don't know. Anyways, but the scenery was really cool, the jokes, the puns, just if you've been on the ride, you know the puns, and they fed those in, which I'm so thankful they did. But yeah, it was a cute movie, and I highly recommend if you're just looking for a fun family kind of time, or just like a fun time with friends, definitely go see that. I know that they have it on Disney Plus as well, but I don't think that beats a movie theater. I love a movie theater and like sitting in and enjoying and having it more of an event than just sitting in your home. So that's my personal opinion, but it's nice that they have that option now for families and for people that maybe can't get out, that they can watch from home. So that's cool too. So yeah, so those are my favorite things. What were you loving this month? Please let me know down below. I'm always looking for new things to watch and listen to and read. So been enjoying a lot of like YouTubers that are like in Disney, loving that. I think it's just like a nice escape from like reality of like everything that COVID has brought with it. Is just a nice escape for me. So let me know down below what you're into, and I will have to check those things out. And I will talk to you soon with a new video. Bye.